Hi. I feel like most people are familiar with the story of Jonah. It's only 4 chapters long. You could read it in one sitting. It only takes up 2 pages in my Bible. But Saturday, as I was reading it, I came across a certain part that stood out to me more than the others. And that part is in chapter 1, where after they realize Jonah's God was the reason that all this storm was happening, all the ship was almost falling apart. After that, they threw Jonah off board, and then the storm calmed down, and they started praising God. They started offering sacrifices, making vows to Him, and it's not really clear if it's they sold themselves, I'm God's, Yahweh's, or if they doesn't really say if they abandoned their own gods, all the false gods. But one thing I really honed in on was that Jonah, in all of this, he was the reason that all this happened, because he was running away from God and God was trying to get his attention. But through Jonah's, disobedience in his running away, we find a bunch of people on a ship coming to faith in God. Even though Jonah wasn't doing it exactly right, exactly how God wanted it to happen, God used that, and many, doesn't say how many, but men came to faith in Yahweh, even despite Jonah's mistakes. I want to think about that, God can take our mistakes. Even if I'm doing something wrong, He can use that to bring glory to Himself, to bring people to Himself. And I think that's so beautiful. It's Romans 8:28, for God works all things together for the good of those who love Him. And I think that's what we see here, that many people came, even though somebody was doing something wrong. God was working in the background no matter what, and He turned it around. God bless.